Good morning, Eric. Yeah, I'm loving these drier conditions. It keeps things quieter for that morning drive. This is a live look here along I-4. If you're traveling near DeBerry Avenue, this is in Volusia County heading westbound into Seminole County, right near the St. Johns River Bridge. Delays there are starting to build westbound heading into Lake Mary, but there's no crashes right now to impact you early on this Tuesday. I-4 in Winter Park, same thing, nice and quiet. Traffic starting to build here eastbound heading towards Maitland Boulevard, but still this morning, no need to hop in those express lanes. You can see green travel times across the board, no issues. I-4 between State Road 436 and Altamont Springs and Florida's Turnpike. Westbound we're at 14 minutes and eastbound we're at less than 13. I-4 westbound. There is a new crash here working to clear heading into Sanford. This is heading towards US 1792. Lots of delays here over the St. Johns River Bridge because of this crash. Now in our cameras, it looks like just the left lane is blocked off this morning, but we do know that crash heading from Deltona into Berry towards Sanford is normally an area that's pretty congested. So this crash is adding some big delays for that morning drive. So plan ahead if you're traveling from DeLand, Deltona, or DeBerry, traveling towards Lake Mary Boulevard this morning. Downtown Orlando looks like we're going to have a great sunrise. We'll have more coverage of that over on CW18 starting at 7 o'clock. And those travel times are building there where that crash is. Westbound along I-4 from Saxon Boulevard to Lake Mary because of that crash. Right now we're sitting at 26 minutes and growing. It is 6:52 on your Tuesday. Your top stories are straight ahead. Big delays along I-4 in Volusia County, traveling westbound towards the Seminole County line. The left lane is blocked off here just before 1792. Big backups moving through that area. Other than that, though, no big crashes. I-4 in downtown Orlando, a gorgeous pink sunrise, a great start to our Tuesday. Traffic issues right now for that morning drive here along the 408 eastbound. Traveling towards Waterford Lakes, there is a crash here at Goldenrod. That exit was blocked off here a second ago, but looks like they do have the car involved here off onto the shoulder. So no longer a shutdown at that exit ramp, but just a bit of a backup moving through that area. The bigger crash impacting more drivers is here along I-4 in Volusia County. This is westbound right before the Seminole County line heading towards US 1792. A crash here with some injuries now blocking off just the left shoulder, but still creating some big delays through this area. So waiting for those tow trucks to clear, but you can see here traveling over the St. Johns River Bridge, you're going to be sitting in some traffic for that morning drive. So if you normally travel from DeLand, Deltona, or DeBerry westbound into Lake Mary, add an extra 10 to 15 minutes for that morning drive because the travel times are starting to slow down for that morning commute. Westbound from Saxon Boulevard and Deltona to Lake Mary Boulevard along I-4, those delays are at 46 minutes and growing. Don't go anywhere. We will have more local news, weather, and traffic straight ahead. Yeah, Lindsay, heading out the door in Volusia County right now, there is a crash along I-4 westbound. This is just before the Seminole County line before you get to US 1792 in Sanford. This is a look here. The crash blocking off just the shoulder now. That left lane, though, was blocked, which is why we have some big delays traveling from Deltona and DeBerry westbound towards Lake Mary Boulevard. So anticipate that for your morning drive. Once you pass that, though, there's no other big issues right now heading out the door on this Tuesday. I-4 in Winter Park. This is a live look at Lee Road. I feel like, Eric, we've been fighting over these tower cameras this morning because they are just so gorgeous to begin our Tuesday.
Oh, it's not a battle. No.
Megan, you've been monitoring a little bit of trouble there on I-4.
Yeah, Jason, this one is in the Champions Gate area. Crash here is off onto the shoulder, but creating some backups here through Champions Gate, eastbound along I-4 to about State Road 429. So delays expected there this morning, but in Winter Park, we are nice and quiet. No other big crashes right now for that morning drive. A beautiful start if you're heading towards downtown Orlando. Eric, we couldn't ask for better weather to begin off our Tuesday.
Right?
WESH 2 News Sunrise on CW18 starts now.
And good morning to you on what feels like fall once
Very
again.
much so.
It's a really nice October 14th morning. Good Tuesday to you. I'm Jason Guy.
And I'm Lindsay Sablon with First Warning traffic expert Meaghan Mackey and First Warning meteorologist Eric Burris, who's just been showing off all of his different cameras. Another beautiful day on tap.
It's almost unfair because Megan's got some things you're tracking, right? But I've got the sun shining, and it's just going to be so beautiful. So let's look and see how the roads are doing this morning.
Yeah, good morning, Eric. This is a live look at State Road 408 traveling near Crystal Lake Drive. Some backups here impacting those westbound drivers getting off at Crystal Lake and heading towards Mills and Bumby Avenue. So delays there westbound, but no crashes right now along the 408 this morning. There is some issues though in Champions Gate I-4 eastbound. This crash working to clear near County Road 532 off onto the shoulders. So all the lanes are open, but this is an area where we already have congestion and that crash is creating some even bigger delays, but really nothing major right now. A good time to head out the door for that morning drive on this Tuesday. We'll look at some of those travel times coming up in about 15 minutes.
All right.
Go down, and it looks like first responders out on the road.
Yeah, Lindsay, this is along I-4 if you're driving eastbound here at Lee Road. This is a picture from our tower camera at WESH 2. A big crash here blocking off that right lane traveling just past the Lee Road exit towards Maitland Boulevard. So delays expected there for that morning drive. You can see here this starting to build. So those express lanes are going to be your best bet traveling from downtown Orlando into Winter Park this morning. Eric, despite that crash, those tower cameras looking gorgeous all morning.
It's so
Expert with a look at trouble on I-4. Megan.
Yeah, Jason, it is along I-4 westbound here in Winter Park, right at Lee Road. Looking from our tower camera here, you can see some delays. There was a crash earlier. It's off here on that shoulder, but those express lanes are still going to be your fastest route traveling towards Maitland and Altamont Springs this morning. Near those theme parks, this is a live look at I-4 eastbound. Some big backups here also close to Osceola Parkway. But Eric, if you're heading to those theme parks, at least it's a gorgeous day out there for it.
It's beautiful from